Howdy folks, welcome to Jesse James 50 cal. Just getting some sun. It's been a while. We're out here at Timber, Oregon today doing some shooting. And today we're going to be doing some S15 magazine testing and whatnot. If you're not familiar with the S15 magazine, it's designed for the 43x, specifically the Glock 43x, but not by Glock. When this came out, this is a very popular gun in 2019. Lots of, most popular pistol, blah, blah, blah. Everyone loved it. 10-shot magazine. They kind of just increased the really, compact Glock they had to begin with to conceal and carry, and just made the handle a little bit bigger for people that have a bit bigger hands, like myself. 10-shot magazine, plus one in the chamber. People loved it. Hey, you can't beat it. Well, Shield Arms, you can see their name written on the side of their magazine here. These guys is kind of like an accessory company. They're not associated with Glock, and they came out with a magazine that holds 15 rounds. And as you can see, it is literally flush. It doesn't stick any further out than the normal magazine. So they basically have some wizards that work there, and yeah, they figured out some pretty incredible stuff. And a gun this small and compact, 15 plus one in the chamber, 16, on you for conceal and carry, you can't beat it. So, just got them. I haven't even shot one bullet through them. And since it is one of my concealed carry guns, we have to make sure they work right and feed proper ammo, the heavier grain. So we're going to start with a 115 grain. Then we're going to do a 135 grain hollow point. And then after that, we're going to do a couple of 124 grains. And we're working today with Blazer brass. We got Horton 80's critical defense on the hollow point. The Aguila and Blazer brass for the 124 grain, and then Blazer brass for the 115 grain. Normally I'd try to get that much better of a selection company wise in different brands, but right now ammo is a little limited on the market, so we're gonna make do. Yeah, we're gonna do a full magazine of each, see if they feed properly, how they function, and see if they're reliable for self-defense, conceal and carry. All right, here we go. Yeah, we're gonna do the 115s first here. Get one loaded up. Let's get our ears on first. That's what I should have done first. Now we're just going to get +1. That way we're going a full load here for a fact. Alright, here we are. 9mm S15 mags. See how these work. Well, the receiver kicked back. That's a good sign. Seats in there nicely. Seem to work just fine. All right, that's a 115 grain Blazer brass. Now we're gonna go with the hollow points, 135 grain, Horton critical defense. All right, here we go. Oh, and he tosses the box. All right, well, it's a good thing we got backup targets. We'll veer a little bit to our right here, folks. Let me go for that top target. Although this is a bit of a distance with a little conceal and carry, so, bear with me here. Yeah, kick back the way it's supposed to. The reason I bring that up is because these little guns sometimes don't like to kick back and lock in like that. And I've worn in this gun pretty good, so the mags every now and then, they don't like to kick back, those worn-in ones. So it's good to see this right off the bat. No jams, no problem with feeding. It's a really good sign, especially with hollow points. All right, let's try some 124. But in order to do that, I'm gonna have to load these guys up here. So we're gonna take a little mini break. I'll be right back. Alrighty folks, we got the 124 grain Aguila. Got that all ready to go. That is gonna look just like this bad boy right here. Fancy rounds, Mexican ammo company. I usually buy American, but they have high quality rounds. I recommend them. Alright, we're gonna get one in the chamber here and get things going. Here we got our ears on. Boy, I'll tell you what, the last round in there, whoo! It's a doozy to get in there, folks. Alright, Aguila 124 grain. Reminded we already shot the 115, 135. It's the one right between feeds. We have a failure to kick back. That was with the 124 grain. Concerning. I'm not going to say it's super discerning. They said this gun has from time to time not like to kick back on that last round. But that was the 124 grain Aguila, so it's good to know. Maybe maybe it just doesn't like the 124. Yeah. So, good way to test that out would be to go back to a 115 grain. Wrap some out. Now granted, I don't have the 115 grain Aguila. That would be nice, but it's going to be Blazer brass this time. Alright. We're going to get one in the chamber. Alright, 115 grain, S15 mags. Yeah, that wrapped off nice and easy, no malfunctions. Slide kicked back correctly, chamber's empty. Alright, that was interesting. Yeah, I'll tell you what, has me slightly concerned. I am just breaking them in. You know how mags are, they can be a little twitchy from time to time. But then again, they are feeding just fine. So the conceal and carry 15 rounds later, you know, it's not, it's not a safety risk, but, maybe take my gun in to an armory when armories open back up and have them take a look at it. Maybe it's my gun. Doubtful. I know it's not my grip, but yeah, anywho, I do have some 124 Blazer brass at this point in time, and since the Aguila was the one we had slight issues with, maybe we try one more magazine of 124, see how it goes, then leave it at that. Alright, I'll give us a second, we gotta load them up here. Alrighty guys, got the 124 Blazer brass all loaded up. Get one in the chamber here. Alright, 124 grain Blazer brass. We'll see if we'll have that little slight malfunction like with the Aguila. But again, could be my pistol. I fired a lot of rounds out of this thing. And failure to kick back. Wow. Interesting. Doesn't like 124 grain. Either that's very coincidental, or it doesn't like 124 grain. Interesting. Well, you know what that means. Now we gotta fire some 115 grain and see if it works right. It's the same, you know, blazer brass. I didn't plan on shooting this many rounds, but it's kind of throwing some curveballs. Give me one more second to load that up. All right, guys, one more magazine. One more. We're gonna do the 115. We're gonna go back to the 115 grain, just to see if it's a fluke. It's probably not. Everything's feeding fine with the magazines. They're working just fine. The slide just isn't catching all the way back on the last. And again, it could be the gun. So happens to me from time to time with that guy. It's not a big deal, but maybe something to just keep in mind if you get these mags. Maybe something to pay attention to when shooting 124 ammo. Anywho, it's the last of it, the 115 grain. Get one in the chamber here. All right, here we go. Oh! And failure to kick back. Well, I would go so far to say it's probably the magazine. Probably not the gun, to be honest with you. They say that happens every now and a blue moon with this guy, but not in that kind of a frequency. So it could be that they're just so darn tight. It's not working right. I don't know, maybe they're not broken enough. They feed just fine. So if you're okay with your slide not kicking all the way back and locking on that last bullet, then the mags, they might be for you. Again, possibility, could be my gun, but something to keep in mind. Alrighty guys, we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Jesse James 50 Cal. Adios.